Welcome my channel. Today let's explore. The Australian 10-cent coin is part of the decimal currency system introduced on 14th February 1966, replacing the pre-decimal florin system. Featuring Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, the coin has undergone minor design and material changes but has remained largely consistent in appearance. Of the coins from the specified years, 1966, 1968, 1976, 1980, and 1993. The 1980 Australia 10 cents coin, bearing the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, is a part of Australia's decimal coinage system. Introduced after Australia transitioned from the pound to the dollar in 1966, the 10-cent coin reflects both the nation's colonial legacy and its sovereign identity. This piece explores the historical, geographic, and numismatic significance of the coin minted in 1980. Its varieties, values, and collectability. Australia adopted the decimal currency system on 14th February 1966, replacing the pound system. The 10 cents coin was introduced alongside the 1C, 2C, 5C, 20C, and 50C coins. By 1980, the decimal system was firmly embedded in Australian commerce, and the Royal Australian Mint, RAM, had standardized coin production. The 1980 edition of the 10 cents coin continued the post-1966 design tradition but represents an important era in Australian minting, marked by a growing collector base and advancing minting technologies. Country: Australia. Mint: primarily minted at the Royal Australian Mint, Canberra. Year: 1980. Designer: obverse Arnold Machine. His portrait of Queen Elizabeth II was introduced in 1966 and used until 1984. Renowned Australian goldsmith and coin designer created the reverse featuring the superb lyrebird. Denomination: 10 cents. Composition: 75% copper, 25% nickel, cupronickel. Diameter: 23.60 mm. Weight: 5.65 grams. Edge: reeded shape, round orientation, metal alignment. The obverse bears the crowned portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, facing right. The legend reads, Elizabeth II, Australia, 1980. This effigy, by British sculptor Arnold Machine, was widely used across Commonwealth nations and is one of the most recognizable depictions of the Queen. The reverse features a finely detailed image of a superb lyrebird, Menura novaehollandii, an Australian native known for its remarkable tail and vocal mimicry skills. The numeral 10 appears prominently to the right of the bird. Mintage circulation: approx. 47,200,000 coins. Proof coins, minted in limited numbers, included in proof sets for collectors. These coins have mirror-like fields and frosted devices. Mint mark varieties: no specific mint mark variations reported for 1980. The value of a 1980 10-cent coin in circulated condition largely depends on wear, rarity, and demand. Mint state, MS65 plus, coins can sell between $5 to $15 depending on demand. Proof coin, from 1980 proof sets, mirror finish, high strike quality. Market value, 10, 25, depending on set condition and packaging. Note: coins certified by third party. Graders, PCGS or NGC at MS67 or higher, may fetch premium prices from serious collectors. While the 1980 10-cent coin is common in circulation, coins in uncirculated or proof condition are increasingly sought after due to the coin's age and historical context. Proof coins are particularly collectible when found in complete proof sets from 1980. Key factors that increase desirability: brilliant uncirculated BU luster, inclusion in certified proof sets, error coins, though rare for this year, full strikes with strong detail. There are no well-documented major error varieties. For the 1980 10-cent coin, however, collectors often search for off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, or cut errors. Such error coins, if authenticated, can fetch significantly higher prices, from $10 to $100 plus, depending on severity and clarity of the error. The 1980 Australia 10 cents coin is a classic example of Australia's decimal coinage, merging traditional British monarchy symbolism with unique Australian wildlife. While not rare in general circulation, high-grade specimens and proof examples hold both numismatic and historical value. For collectors of Australian decimal coins or British Commonwealth coinage, this coin remains a staple. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious enthusiast, the 1980 10-cent coin offers a tangible connection to Australian heritage and minting excellence. The next step, 1966, Australia underwent one of the most significant changes in its monetary system, the transition from the imperial system of pounds, shillings, and pence to the decimal system. As part of this sweeping reform, a new series of coins was introduced, including the iconic 10-cent coin. Bearing the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II and crafted with distinctive Australian themes, this coin marked a new chapter in the nation's numismatic history. Today, the 1966 10-cent coin remains a prized item among collectors and a tangible link to Australia's modern monetary heritage. The decimalisation of Australian currency occurred on 14th of February 1966. Before this, Australia used a currency system inherited from Britain, £1 20 shillings and 1 shilling 12 pence. The switch to decimal currency simplified transactions and brought Australia in line with international systems. The 10-cent coin replaced the pre-decimal shilling, which had similar dimensions and metal composition. Australians were encouraged to view 10 cents as the new shilling, easing the transition. The 1966 10-cent coin circulated widely throughout Australia and its territories, including New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, Tasmania, Northern Territory, Australian Capital Territory. It was also accepted in nearby countries using Australian currency, such as Papua New Guinea, before they introduced the kina in 1975. Portrait: Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, a renowned British sculptor. Description: the Queen faces right and wears a tiara. The inscription reads, Elizabeth II, Australia, 1966. Note: this portrait was used from 1966 to 1984. Design: a stylized image of a superb lyrebird, Menura novae hollandii, one of Australia's most extraordinary native birds known for its stunning tail feathers and mimicry skills. Designer: Stuart Devlin, official goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen. Symbolism: the lyrebird represents the unique wildlife of Australia and adds a touch of national character to the coin. Denomination: 10 cents composition, 75% copper, 25% nickel, Cooper nickel, diameter 23.60 mm, weight 5.65 grams, edge milled, reeded. Mint: Royal Australian Mint, Canberra mintage, 1966. Approximately 61.36 million coins. These coins were produced for everyday use. Over time, they tend to show signs of wear, smoothing of details, tarnishing, and scratches. In average circulated condition, a 1966 10-cent coin is usually worth face value, or a small premium, 10 to 50 cents AUD. These were never released into general circulation. They have sharp detail, original mint luster, and no signs of wear. In uncirculated condition, a 1966 10-cent coin might fetch between $5 to $15 AUD, depending on quality. Proof versions were specially struck for collectors using polished dies and planchets. They have a mirror-like background with frosted designs. The 1966 proof 10-cent coins were included in the first-ever Royal Australian Mint proof sets. These are highly collectible, with values ranging from $50 to $150 AUD or more, depending on condition and market demand. Though the 1966 10-cent coin is generally consistent in design, some minor minting errors are known. Clipped planchet: when a portion of the coin is missing due to a misfeed during the blanking process. Off-center strikes, die cracks, or cuds. Such errors can increase value, sometimes ranging from $20 to several $100 depending on rarity and severity. Note: values depend on market trends and coin grading. The 1966 Australian 10-cent coin is more than just a piece of metal. It's a symbol of Australia's transition into the modern era. Its design pays tribute to the nation's natural beauty and monarchical ties, and it remains a cornerstone in many collections. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a casual enthusiast, owning a 1966 10-cent coin is holding a piece of Australian history in your hand. The 1976 Australian 10-cent coin is part of the Australian decimal coinage system introduced in 1966, replacing the old pounds, shillings, and pence. This system brought in coins denominated in cents and dollars. The 10-cent coin was modeled after the shilling and retained a similar size and weight. The 10-cent coin, released in 1976, continued the design traditions established a decade earlier, during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. In this period, Australia was asserting its identity through national symbols, and its coinage reflected both British heritage and Australian cultural identity. The coin was minted by the Royal Australian Mint, located in Canberra, the capital city of Australia. Canberra is situated in the Australian Capital Territory, ACT, and was selected as the location for the mint to symbolize a national production, hub independent of state loyalties. Australia's coin designs often reflect its unique fauna and flora, and the 10-cent coin is no exception, prominently featuring an indigenous species, the lyrebird. Portrait. The obverse features the second, official effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, a British sculptor. This portrait was used from 1966 to 1984. Inscription. Around the portrait, the legend reads, Elizabeth II, Australia, 1976. This indicates the monarch's name, the country, and the year of minting. Design. A beautiful depiction of the superb lyrebird, Menura novae hollandiae, with its distinctive tail feathers fanned. Designer Stuart Devlin, a prominent Australian goldsmith and coin designer. Denomination, the number 10 indicating 10 cents is displayed boldly. Metal, cupro-nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel mass, 565 grams diameter, 2360 mm thickness, 2 points were, medj, milled, reeded. These specifications make the coin highly durable, suitable for frequent handling and ideal for mass circulation. In 1976, the Royal Australian Mint produced approximately 248.7 million 10-cent coins for general circulation. This was a relatively high mintage, reflecting the strong demand for lower denominations in daily transactions. These coins were released into general circulation and used extensively throughout the late 1970s and beyond. Collectors categorize coin conditions to determine value. The most common categories are coins used in daily life, showing signs of wear. Typical features: flattened details, nicks, scratches, discoloration. Value: usually face value, 10 cents. Up to $1 AUD, depending on wear. Coins that have never been used in circulation may show minor marks from mint handling but no wear from use. Value ranges from $2 AUD to $5 AUD, depending on luster and eye appeal, graded by numismatic standards with higher numbers indicating better preservation, MS65, or higher coins with full detail and brilliance can fetch $10 AUD or more. No official 1976 proof 10-cent coin was struck for collectors. Proofs were not produced annually for all denominations at that time. Any proof-like 1976 coins are either private issues, presentation strikes, or misidentified off-center strikes, clipped planches, double strike scuds, die breaks. These minting errors are rare and sought after by advanced collectors. While the 1976 10-cent coin is not considered rare, it holds nostalgic value for Australians who lived through the 1970s. It is also part of date runs and decimal coin sets. Collectors often seek one from each year for a full set, keeping demand modestly steady. Coins in pristine condition, especially with full strike and luster, continue to gain incremental value as time passes, and fewer high-quality examples survive. The 1976 Australian 10-cent coin is a modest yet iconic piece of decimal currency history. Featuring a national bird and a sovereign portrait, it reflects Australia's unique blend of tradition and local pride. While not especially rare, its enduring design and widespread use make it a charming collectible, especially in uncirculated grades or with mint errors. The second last step, 1993 Australian 10-cent coin, is a fascinating piece of modern numismatics, rich in national symbolism and designed with enduring artistry. Issued under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin reflects Australia's continued connection to the British monarchy while showcasing native fauna and the country's distinct numismatic style. Australia transitioned to decimal currency on 14th February 1966, replacing the pound with the dollar. The 10-cent coin replaced the pre-decimal florin and became part of a suite of decimal coins, all designed to represent aspects of Australia's identity. By 1993, the 10-cent coin had been in circulation for 27 years. The coin issued this year was not a commemorative but a standard circulation issue, continuing the legacy of consistency and design that had become a hallmark of Australian decimal coinage. This year was marked by global economic stabilization after the early 1990s recession, and while no major national events directly influenced the coin's design, its continued production symbolizes the nation's economic resilience and commitment to monetary stability. The 1993 10-cent coins were minted by the Royal Australian Mint, RAM, located in Canberra, the capital of Australia. This mint is responsible for all circulating Australian coinage, and in 1993, it produced coins for both circulation and collector markets. No 10-cent coins were struck at any branch mints in 1993, and there are no known mint mark variations for this year. 93. Circulation strike, approximately 58.5 million coins. 993. Proof coins, uncirculated and collector's sets. A limited number of proof versions were minted for inclusion in annual proof and mint sets. These were not released into general circulation. Portrait. The obverse of the coin features the effigy of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Makhlouf. This portrait was introduced in 1985 and continued until 1998. Legend, inscription. It reads, Elizabeth II, Australia. 1993 design features. Queen Elizabeth II is shown wearing the George IV state diadem, with regal dignity and calm. The initials RDM, Raphael David Makhlouf, can be found on the neck truncation. Design. A beautifully stylized, superb lyrebird, Menura novaehollandii, an iconic Australian bird known for its remarkable mimicry skills and elaborate tail plumage. Designer, Stuart Devlin, who also designed the reverse of all Australian decimal coins introduced in 1966. Artistic note. The lyrebird's tail feathers form a sweeping arc, giving the design motion and grace, representing both the elegance and wild nature of Australian fauna denomination. The numeral 10 appears prominently to the left of the lyrebird. Coin specifications. Denomination, 10 cents. AUD metal composition, copper nickel, Cu 75%, Ni 25%. Diameter 2360 mm, weight 5.65 grams, edge reeded, milled. Shape, round orientation, metal alignment. Obverse and reverse aligned top-to-top circulated coins, widely available and used in daily transactions. Most will show signs of wear, light scratches, dulling, edge wear. Value, usually face value, 10 cents to 0.30 AUD, depending on condition. Struck for collectors, not intended for general use. May be obtained from mint rolls or official mint sets. Sharp detail, luster preserved. Value, $1 to $2 AUD, potentially more if in pristine condition, highest quality strike, produced using specially polished dies and blanks. Mirror-like fields with frosted devices. Sold in collector-proof sets only, not for general circulation. Value, $8 to $15 AUD depending on set condition and packaging, collectability and investment value. While 1993 is not a rare year for 10-cent coins in general circulation, collectors often seek coins in proof or mint condition for completion of yearly sets. High-grade examples, MS-65 and above, are moderately scarce due to mass circulation wear, notable for completionist collectors and those interested in portrait changes or reverse design continuity. The 10-cent coin remains one of the most stable denominations in collector circles. Its value increases in bulk lots, full mint sets, or in graded slabs by PCGS or NGC. The superb lyrebird was chosen for the 10-cent coin due to its widespread recognition and cultural presence in Australia, often associated with bushland and mimicry. Raphael Maklouf's portrait of Queen Elizabeth II is often described as the regal and approachable depiction, marking a mid-reign era tone. The 1993 Australian 10-cent coin may seem like a simple everyday object, but beneath its humble copper-nickel surface lies a story of Australian identity, numismatic artistry, and a nation's modern monetary system. Whether nestled in a pocket, jar, or collector's album, this coin is a small yet enduring symbol of a country and its connection to both natural beauty and royal tradition. The last step 1968 Australian 10-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II, including its history, specifications, mint details, conditions, and value. Country, Australia. Monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. Introduction. The Australian 10-cent coin was introduced on 14 February 1966 with the changeover to decimal currency. Designer. The obverse was designed by Arnold Machine, and the reverse by Stuart Devlin. 1968. Significance. This was the third year of decimal coinage. The 10-cent coin continued to feature the same design since 1966. Royal Australian Mint, Canberra. Some coins for circulation, 1966-1969, were also struck overseas, e.g. London, but 1968 coins were likely minted in Australia only. Total mintage, approx. 130 through 990,000 coins. Circulation coins. Common, often found in used condition. Uncirculated sets. Some 1968 coins were issued in mint sets by the Royal Australian Mint. Proof coins. No official proof set was released in 1968. Proofs resumed in 1969. So any proof-like coins are private or polished samples, not official. The obverse inscription, Elizabeth II, Australia 1968. Font, standard sans serif style used by Royal Australian Mint in the 1960s. No known major obverse reverse script. Variations or mint mark differences exist for the 1968 10C coin. Minor die varieties, e.g. cud, die crack, may exist but are uncommon. Not rare but desirable in high grade or as part of decimal series. 1968 coins in mint set condition fetch a premium, especially if still sealed. Check for die errors like doubling, clipped planchets, or misstrikes for added value. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget like, share, and subscribe more coin collecting content.